First of all, good morning. My name is Sushmit Singh. My registration number is 20BBS0018, and today I'll be explaining what a priority queue is. So, to understand what a priority queue is and to appreciate the techniques behind it, first of all, we'll have to understand what a normal queue is. So, moving on to a normal queue. So, just one small little note, we will be using the linked list implementation of a queue so that we won't run into any complications relating to memory or anything else. We won't have any limit on how many nodes that we can enter in our queue. Generally, these things are implemented in the STL through arrays, and when arrays overflow, basically an array of double the size is reallocated and everything is copied into the new array. But we aren't going to go into that much complications for now. We are just following the linked list implementation of these data structure, that is queue. So what is queue? So according to Geeks for Geeks, queue is a linear data structure which follows a particular order in which operations are performed. The order is FIFO or first in first out. A good example of queue is any queue of consumers for a resource where the consumer that came first is going to be served first. The difference between stacks and queues is in removing. In a stack, we remove the item that was most recently added. In a queue, we remove the item that was least recently added. Now, there are a bunch of operations in queues. So some of the most fundamental operations in queues are enqueuing, dequeuing that are facilitated through the medium of front pointers and rear pointers. I'll be coming back to them later. So in technical terms, what is enqueuing? Enqueuing is basically addition of a node or an item to the queue. If the queue is full, then it is said to be in overflow condition. Again, since we are following the linked list implementation of queue, there's no time our queue is going to be full unless and until we'll run out of our RAM. That is simply not possible. We are not going to insert millions and billions of nodes in our queues. And then dequeue. Dequeue basically removes a node or an item from the queue. The item are popped in the order in which they were pushed. That means the item that was pushed first is going to be removed first, again following the FIFO order or the LILO order, whatever you would like to call it. If the queue is empty, then it is said to be in an underflow condition. Now, there are two different pointers, a front pointer and a rear pointer. The front pointer points to the front of the queue. Front pointer is also sort of a gateway through which we enter the queue, and a rear pointer which points towards the back of the queue. And it sort of indicates the termination of a queue. So this is a beautiful animation that would like sort of help us understand how a queue works. So now this animation is using the array implementation of queue, but our implementation is also kind of similar. So initially the front pointer, the rear pointer point towards null, and when the first node is inserted, they both start pointing towards that node. And ever since the next nodes are added, the front pointer stays at the first node that it started pointing, and the rear pointer, as we can see here in the animation, starts to move with the number of nodes that we are inserting. This is the enqueue operation. In the dequeue operation, as we delete a node, the front pointer is moving to the next node, and the node that is behind that is being deleted or freed from the memory. Now, it can be either freed from the memory or it can be overwritten in cases of static allocation. But since we are doing a dynamic implementation, we'll be freeing the memory. Now, how exactly is a priority queue working? So, since we have generated a basic understanding of what a normal queue is, now we will jump into the understanding of a priority queue. So, according to Geeks for Geeks, priority queue is an extension of queue with the following properties. Every item has a priority. First of all, we are going to see the code at the end of the presentation. So every item in a priority queue has a priority that is associated with it. An element with the higher priority is dequeued before an element with a lower priority. One more thing, insertion or enqueuing operation is identical to how we do insertion or enqueuing in normal queues. If two elements have the same priority, FIFO will be followed, and the element which was inserted first is going to be removed first. Now, a rough discussion of how we are going to implement this in C program. So we will have a front pointer that will point towards the front of the queue, and we will have a back pointer that will point towards the back of the queue. Now, how will insertion operation take place? Now, there are a bunch of conditions for insertion. Supposedly, if the queue is empty, that means both front pointer and rear pointer are pointing towards null. What we will do is that we will take the node that we are trying to insert, and we will make both front pointer and rear pointer point to it, we will say that now one node has been inserted. Now, supposedly, if you're trying to insert a second node, what we will do is that make the front pointer stay with the node that we had already inserted, and the new node that we are inserting, the rear pointer will start pointing to it, and the next pointer of the self-referential structures that we are going to use, that is node, is going to point towards the new node. One more thing, there are next pointers of the node that aren't pointing towards anything, that is the terminal nodes. They will be pointing towards the null direction. So before anything else, let's just move on towards the programmatical implementation of priority queues. So in this implementation, we have used a couple of libraries that are standard IO.h for basic input and output operations. We have used standard library.h because we are using dynamic implementation. That means we are taking memory from the heap and freeing memory back to the heap. And limits.h. Now limits.h will be used later in determining the element with the maximum priority, we will come back to this point later. So this is a structure that we are using in place of node, not in place of node. This is the node itself. So every node is going to have two different data fields. The first data field is going to be that of a value, and the second data field is going to be that of a priority. So we'll have to assign the priority at the time of insertion of the node. And these nodes are going to be self-referential structure. That means there would be an attribute called next, which is going to be a pointer of the same type, which is going to point towards another node of the same structure. Now, these are two pointers that we have initialized, the rear pointer and the front pointer. Initially, at the time of execution of the program, like when we have just executed the program, the queue will be empty. So obviously both of them, they are pointing towards null. So we have operations like insertion, we have operations like deletion or dequeuing or enqueuing, and displaying of the queue. Now all the implementations are done iteratively. There's no recursion in the entire code. And this is the driver code. This is a simple menu driven code uh, where we'll have the option to either enqueue something, dequeue something, display all the nodes, or clear the screen. Clear the screen is facilitated through system clear or exit. So this entire thing is run in a do while loop, and until and unless we are pressing 5, that is the button for exiting, we won't be able to exit this loop. And one more thing, supposedly if you enter a like null character, we enter a character that is not valid, uh, the default statement is going to catch that, and it's going to want the user to enter a valid character. If we have entered 5, the while statement is going to break the loop. This statement right here is going to break the loop, and and exiting is going to be printed, and the program will be over. So before going into the understanding of how dequeue, display, and enqueue is working, let's just take a run at running this code. So I've opened up my console here. Uh, So I'll be pressing 4 to clear the screen. As you can see, 4 is for clear the screen, 3 is for displaying all the items in the priority queue, 2 is to dequeue an element from the priority queue, and 1 is to enqueue an element in the priority queue. So, and 5 is to exit, obviously. So let's just try exiting once. We have exited from the priority queue. Let's run it once more. Let's just clear the screen once. Now, I would be enqueuing an element. So what should be the value of node? Supposedly the value of node is 12, and the priority of this node is 22. Clear screen once more. I'll be enqueuing a node. Suppose the value of this node is yes, just a second. Now let's just insert a node with a value of 3 and the priority of 33. Now I'll be inserting a node with a value of 2 and a priority of 12. Now I'll be inserting a node with a value of 5 and a priority of 33. Let's just clear the screen and see how many nodes we already have in our system. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 different nodes: 12, 22, 333, 212, and 533. Let's add one more node with value of 3 and the priority of 55. So highest priority. Let's just display all the node once. So 12, 22, 333, 212, 533, and 355. So if I'll run the DQ command, this node, the node with the value of 3 and priority of 55 should be removed. Let's just run the DQ command and display everything. So the node with the value of 3 and priority of 55 has been deleted. All the other nodes are perfectly identical. Let's do let's just do one more thing. Let's just run the deletion command one more time. So the node with the highest priority, that is 33, 12, 33, 22. So obviously 33 will be removed. Now there are two different nodes with 33. So FIFO, the thing that was inserted first. So this node, value 3, priority 33 should be deleted. Let's just do it. Now this value 3, priority 33 was deleted and this node was shifted here and this node was shifted here. Furthermore, we are going to see in the programmatical implementation how these memories are now being wasted. We are returning this memory back to the heap. Now let's just run deletion one more time. So again, the 33 part should be deleted, which is deleted. Now we have 22 and 12. Now this one would be deleted with the priority of 22 since it has a higher priority. It's deleted. Now we are going to delete the last node, and obviously after deleting it, our display should just show us null because no node is left in the system. So null. Let's just clear the screen. So all the operations are working perfectly. I would like to exit the console. So let's just generate an understanding about how insert node, display queue, and DQ node is working. So in insert node, we have defined three different conditions. The first condition where the node is empty, the second condition where one node, the first condition where the priority queue is empty, the second condition where one node is there in the priority queue, and third condition where more than one node is there in the priority queue. So in the first condition where the priority queue is empty, that means the R is null and F is null. So simply we are going to take the new node n and both of the pointers are going to point towards it. Through return, we are going to terminate or we are going to return the control back to main. In here, the next condition, there's one node in the priority queue. So the reverse, not reverse, the rear and the forward pointer, the front pointer, they are both pointing to the same element, which is justified by the statement here. And the value of f or the front pointer is not equal to null. That means it's pointing towards something. So that means there is only one node in the entire priority queue. What I will do is basically I will uh, take the new node, append it after the node that we already have existing in our priority queue, and I will shift the rear pointer to point towards the new node, which is exactly what I have done. F next, F, which is the existing node. Next, the next uh, attribute of F will point towards N, and R is also F next. That means R is now also pointing towards F next. So I've returned the control back to the main here. And the last condition, there are a bunch of nodes in our priority queue, obviously much more than one. So through this while statement, I will just keep on going to the node that is the last node in the priority queue. So till temp next is not equal to null, just keep moving ahead. Just keep moving ahead. So next what I will do is simply I'll take the new node, append it to the next attribute of the last node and shift the reverse pointer to there. Not reverse pointer, shift the rear pointer to there and return the control back to main. So through these three conditions, the enqueuing operation or the insertion operation will be successful in a priority queue. Now this is again identical to the working of a queue, so we don't have to worry much about the insertion or the enqueuing operation. Now moving towards the display queue. First of all, I'm going to take a check. I will take the first node of the priority queue and assign it a value of temp. Now temp is going to iterate over all the nodes in the priority queue till the value of temp is not null, and it's going to display the value and the priority of all such nodes, which is exactly what I have done in the while loop here. Now moving on to the DQ node operation. Now the DQ node operation is a bit complex, although it surely can be made a bit more efficient, but this is the like code that I've written, this is the operation that I have. So DQ node. So in DQ node, the first thing that we're checking is that we are not in an underflow condition. So if f equals null or r equals null, make both of these attributes null because I've made some inefficiency here. So I have to adjust for that here. I also have to make the value of r null. And we have to print that no node is existent. That means there's an underflow condition and returning the control back to main. Otherwise, I am going to define a max. That is, max is going to store the maximum priority in the entire priority queue, and this is going to be the minimum most value possible in the integer container. So again, for calculating or getting the value of int max, I had used limits.h that I had talked about earlier. This one, this thing right here. So coming back to it, so I have taken a temporary node that I've named temp as f, and it's going to iterate through all the nodes of the priority queue to get the maximum value. Obviously, through this if statement, I have gotten the maximum value of the priority queue. Now, after this, what we are going to do is that we have three different conditions where the maximum value is the first node of the system, where the maximum value is the last node of the system, where the maximum value is somewhere between the front pointer and the rear pointer. So we have performed deletion accordingly. So supposedly, if the maximum value is the first node of the system, which is right here, I'm simply going to move the f to the next element of that, and I'm going to delete it and return the control back to the main. If that is the last node of the system, I will simply move it one node back. I'm going to delete the last node. If it is somewhere in the middle, I'm going to execute two different while loops. First of all, to locate that node, and second of all, to locate the parent node. And the parent and the next attribute of the parent node is going to become the next attribute of the target node that we are deleting, so that there is no node in between, and we have overlaid the gap. And then after overlaying the bridge, overlaying the gap, the target node will be deleted, which is done by these three conditions right here and two while loops. So this was the operation and this was the code. Thank you very much for watching my explanation on priority queues. Thank you.